I just had a dream where, obviously, Braden's not with us because he is camping. I had a dream where I was booking tickets for a flight to go to Canada to see Braden for this weekend, and it was going to be like 2 days that I was going to be there, for some reason, and I was like panicking because I was like, no, I need to get these tickets booked. I need to get to the airport. Oh God, I forgot my suitcase, and I was panicking, and then I get like in front of the airport, and I'm like, wait, no, I can't. See, I can't go because he's not there. He's camping. And just like my entire like plan and trip shattered all at once.
It's like you're trying to do like a surprise visit.
Or something like
wait,
that, yeah.
He's not fucking home. I'm showing up he's not home.
So that was interesting.
That's a weird, funny dream.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of normal though, in a way.
Yeah. I haven't traveled for a bit, and it's about that time of year where I saw him last year.
It was like around like May. Do you have any trips planned for this summer?
I do not. No, I'm trying to work towards going to Australia for November, I think.
Okay.
But that's not locked in yet.
Gotcha. Well, I hope you're able to. I really don't have anything big planned for the summer either. I had like one trip in the beginning of July to Boston, but that's kind of fizzled out. So, yeah, which I'm not, entirely upset over, but yeah.
Okay.
Stop going in the bag, dude. Braden was talking about going to, like, if this is probably like sometime next year. He wants to go to New York. I think he would have his mom with him, but he wanted me to meet him there, which I would totally do because I think we established this before. I only live like 4 hours out from New York, and I've never been to New York. I've been in Times Square for like 2 seconds. I was on like a class trip, and then we just kept moving. So I only got to turn around. Oh, Times Square, and then we just had to keep going. We were going to building wise. So I would love to experience it fully, but I think we talked about this where it's like it's kind of overrated. The city, it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. You
Yeah,
don't make eye contact. Yeah, it's
like
kind of miserable.
Spent like a day in New York, and yeah, it was just stressful.
You've seen enough. You wonder how. You understand why people are so frustrated, and they're all kind of smushed together
crabby.
and crabby. So cramped and crabby. So, but I still want to check it out. Still want to experience it. So.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
Yeah,
I
I think Braden's got like this romanticized version of it that will
Well,
that will be
I worry
broken as soon as he gets there.
I think it would. Because I think it's a little overwhelmed with Mall of America every time we go. Especially the last time we went, that was the busiest I've ever seen. I think Thatch even said that, so that even made it more so.
Yeah.
That was insane. But that was like right before Christmas, so yeah, what do you expect? But I don't know. As long as we got each other, we're following each other, the crowd. I mean, we're good. But I worry about Braden because he's like infamous for knowing to get lost in the mall all the time. Like even his local mall. I love joking about that because I'm like, how do you get lost, dude? Like, call your mom. Like I don't know what to tell you. That's when I take him to New York, like Home Alone 2 kind of thing, or Baby's Day Out. I was thinking,
Braden lost in New York.
Yeah, he's like, where are you? So yeah,
he would. He would
be. He's probably gonna be pissed right now. Like, I'm not gonna get lost. I'm like, yeah, you are, buddy. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm not gonna back Braden.
Buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Tap his head. No, we won't lose Braden. Maybe for a little bit, but we'll find him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the All Things Geek podcast. My name is Tyler, also known as Barnacle Side, joined by the man whose name starts with A.
Aiden. It's so weird. No Braden.
Just the two of us.
Yeah.
We haven't had this since Epic Batman last summer, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that was a great episode.
Braden's camping, and then just the other guys are faffing about doing whatever,
doing their thing.
But we got a super light week, so it'll probably be a pretty quick episode. But what we got for show and tell? I got a couple things.
I got about I got a couple things. I got like about I guess technically five, but like three of the things are like one thing. So I can I don't know. I could probably take a couple minutes trying to talk about them.
All right, I'll
Nothing
go
crazy.
first then. I'll go first because I'll be faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been on a Star Wars kick, and so that has continued with my pickups. I got Star Wars Black Series AT-ACT driver. This guy is sick. He poses so
Dude,
good.
did you make me that custom painted head years ago that had that color scheme?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
I have that still, but I love that. I love that.
He's a lot of fun. I like him. I've taken some really cool pictures of him. This figure just poses so good. It's an underrated classic.
I've never seen it. I don't know why. I've never seen it.
And then I got two tank drivers they were like $11 each on Amazon. So dirt cheap. I got one from Canada last year and I sold it. And now I bought two.
You sold one, you get two back.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm getting back into the Star Wars stuff because I talked to Lay and I was like, my problem is I like so much shit that I have these phases where I really like something at a moment.
Yes.
And then I prevents me from creating anything like creatively because I want to tell stories with the current thing that I like.
Yes.
And so
your system.
we were talking about it and I was like, I just need to like lock in on something as a project and focus on that. So Star Wars is that right now.
I've been struggling with that because there's like 4 or 5 different things, and then I'm trying to make the Silver Surfer video. Like that is something I'm extremely passionate about right now, just because I feel like that's the right video I want to make. But then I'm thinking about I don't know Punisher, and then doing like 1 or 2 story videos. I'm like, you can't sometimes just zero in and have like a focal point. So
yeah,
I'm trying to like shake everything else off basically.
it's all right.
Yeah, you're good. Allergies, man.
Also got the Black Series Knight of Ren figure. Yeah, he was.
You have the whole team now.
No, they only ever made the one. And I only got him for a custom, and so I turned him into this guy, who's pretty sick.
Oh yeah, I saw photos of it earlier. That is sick. That's like the best use you could have ever had of that.
He had like a little scythe thing that I turned into his lightsaber, and it sticks to his back with a magnet.
Oh what?
And then his saber blade.
You looked that up. Holy shit!
Connects with a magnet as well.
You and your magnets. I love it.
Yeah, and then he's got like a scarf that he can go on, and he's got a robe.
Hell yeah!
And then he's got a mask he can put on his mouth. So
that's cool.
He's super cool. He's gonna be one of the bad guys in the Star Wars project.
Cool. He came out great.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you did a great job.
But and then I've been replaying the Star Wars Fallen Order. And so I got Cal Kestis for cheap in the mail.
Just dropped his bag.
Yeah, he dropped his hood.
Oh, his hood.
But yeah,
is that the game?
This is the GameStop exclusive one with the poncho.
Gotcha. I like his the way you have the hood on.
Yeah, I'd like to remove the poncho because I don't ever use the poncho in game, but he doesn't have his like chest harness thing.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate.
Black Series won't go that far.
Never ever.
Yeah,
but
ever will.
That's all for me.
You're on your Black Series kick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I guess staying within the theme of Star Wars, I don't even think I shared this in chat. I showed Alay because I wanted to get it as soon as they announced it. And it even was rumored. I'm a big Plo Koon fan.
Oh,
One of my favorite Jedi there is. I think he actually beat Yoda once in a sparring match, so he's
he's
more
peak.
right now. Yeah, he's peak. You know, he's got the skills. Mace Windu can even do that, so fuck
Hell
him.
yeah.
Yeah, so they made crazy, weird. I mean, I never would have imagined we get a Plo Koon microfighter, but we did. I know they're doing so much of like Revenge of the Sith stuff this year. I would love to have a full scale one, but this is incredibly fun. I've been messing with it. Ty was just you were bringing up the planets the other day. I was just like reminiscing of like the times. Those planets were cool. I wish they would still do them.
Yeah.
I still like the microfighters, especially when they do stuff like this. I love the Captain Rex one they did last year, and they did with this one. Yeah, he comes with this R2 astromech unit there. I love the colors they did on that, but obviously the highlight and the whole reason when they get it was they made a whole new Plo Koon minifigure with a new head sculpt. He doesn't have the rubber head anymore. I was trying to find the original figure because I have it, but I don't know where he is right now. But I think this is a better representation of him. The
Absolutely.
proportions, I think it is just fantastic. It's hard plastic now, so he came out. Tell by the lighting, I'll probably send a photo, but he came out great. I'm very pleased with him. I know some people are complaining he should have had arm printing, I think, to show the clone armor. But this is based on his episode 3 look. He only had the
Uh-huh.
robes. So, yeah, this is accurate to him. But it's just so great to have him again in a new set and affordable in this way. It was $15, which I think for a microfighter is pretty expensive. It's steep. I'm good at paying like 11, $12, but 15 I'm like and especially this only had 89 pieces, but I'll probably end up like I have an old R2 unit, so I'm gonna put his head on the old body. I think it'll
Yeah.
look all right, but I have these guys together. I'm very happy with it. Yeah, I don't know. This was a fun little pickup. I like getting these once in a while, and it was just a quick build to put together. And then so I got him the other day, and then today I decided to go buy my local comic book shop just to see if they have anything new. And I got only like 3 comics. So they had a whole bunch for where they have like categorized and everything by alphabetical order. So many of like classic Marvel team up comics. So I'm like, I don't know why, but I was thinking in my head like I'm going through them. There's so many. It's mostly Spider-Man teaming up with
Yeah.
you literally name anybody, and he was teaming up with them. But I was looking for the thing. I don't know why. I just felt like just seeing them on their own. It's like I would like to see a story of just them teaming up to fight. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't even ballot Balisk. I don't know Balisk. I don't know what his name is honestly. But
Okay.
they look cool fighting each other. So are working together. So I'm looking forward just to read the comic. And they're in good condition. And then I saw this one. I instantly had to get it. I Spider-Man. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to read this one. So I didn't even know this existed. I knew like they crossed over, but it was like in big crossovers. So seeing a single story focused on them. This is like early Adam Warlock where he's doing his first like original stories. I
Yeah.
was like, I'll get these too. They had a whole bunch of other ones, but they didn't catch my interest as much. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that. And then I got this was in the clearance section. This is a
Mm.
complete collection. This is from 1986, so this is right around the time. Obviously, it's Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. This was actually, yeah, no, this was done by Warner Books, and you got fucking Frank Miller in the
Huh.
back there with Stephen King quote. This is like original print for when they first combined all the issues of Dark Knight Returns together. I love these kind of books. I love the old edition, especially when they have the original like kind of pages and they have like a beginning like forward of how the whole story came together.
Yeah.
And they usually have like additional art, but I mean
Yeah. They
the
include the
quality,
pencils.
yeah, oh, it's so cool, especially because they had 2 different copies. They had like a second printing, and the
Uh-huh.
cover was not as cool. This feels so reminiscent of like animated series. It was funny. Even the cashier when I went up there, he was like, "Man, it's a cool cover." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I thought too." I got it for only like $7. I've not read the comic actually, fully. I've seen the animated movies, and they're basically like, verbatim of following the comic, but obviously through reading the comics through a different medium to experience the
Hmm.
story. So I'm gonna read through it. I think the art's pretty fantastic. I think it was Klaus Janson. So Klaus Janson and Frank Miller, they were big collaborators at that time because they were working on Daredevil together initially. So I love Klaus Janson's art. He did some work on Punisher too in his original issue. So I don't know. It's just cool to see like one of the big main titles that these guys were working on together. You got more splash pages there and everything. But yeah, I don't know. It was only $8, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Why the hell not? And my dad would probably be happy I got this book because he's a big fan of Frank Miller and his books. So
Yeah.
that was 3 comics I got, and this is a purchase that I almost did last week, and I'm like, no, not right now. And then today I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna go get it. I don't care. I'm just gonna go get it.
Uh-huh.
I've wanted this for a little bit. I'm excited to build it. I got the Lego Blacktron
Oh,
ready.
shit. Damn.
Yeah. They had it at Target the other week, and I went to a different Target out of town nearby where the comic book store was, but I'm like, I'm getting it. I'm going to get it. I've wanted it. It looks so cool. I
Yeah.
love the classic the space stuff. I have the Galaxy Explorer, as you know. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to build it. It looks great. I just love the setup. I love Lego like spaceships. Any of them in general. So damn cool. This one especially because it's following like the old Blacktron features. We can pick up the vehicles, and then they got a different kind of model where you can have like you can buy another kit or another set where you can make like little walkers. But just like the color palette of the original Blacktron color scheme, and they got like the original suits for the
Yeah.
Blacktron guys. It's in the same vein of approach like the Galaxy Explorer, which that's one of my favorite sets. This is now, I'm so excited. And look at that original Blacktron logo.
Hell
It was so
yeah.
funny. Yesterday I was at work and I was just like, I was on the forklift. I'm looking out in the parking lot. There's this big yellow truck, and then on black on the side it just said Renegade, and it just made me think of this set. So I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go get that tomorrow. I don't know. I always like try to like hold myself back, but like, man, I can't help it. I meant to get this months ago, and I saw it again. I'm like, well, that's back in my head, so I gotta go get it.
Time was
But
right.
yeah, I'm very excited. I'm probably gonna build that later this evening. Probably at least start on it. So that's all I got. That's far as I'm not trying to miss anything like I did last week, pretty much. But yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Next topic is actually the big one. It's a big one.
Is it a big one? How big?
Yep. They finally, they actually did this last week. We could have talked about it last episode, but I forgot. But they revealed that the first Marvel DC crossover in over 20 years is going to be Batman Deadpool and Deadpool Batman from their respective publishers. I think one's coming in September, I believe the Marvel one, and then the other one from DC is coming in November.
So, and I think for the writers, which I think is funny, as I was talking to Thatch about it. So on the Marvel side, you're having Zeb Wells, who is a not very applaud name when it comes to Spider-Man in recent time for his contribution. But you have Grant Morrison on the side of DC, which I think is a much more promising name. So at least you would know one of the two. I think you're going to end up with a good story or fun story if it's landing with Grant Morrison. But I'll give Zeb Wells the open mind.
Well,
Hopefully.
From what I've heard, Zeb Wells is still an accomplished writer. It's just not on Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, and I think it was fucking terrible. Well, he started off. I think he was one of the writers in Robot Chicken. So he started with
Yes,
like
he did. He did start there, which makes perfect sense for Deadpool.
Yeah, so I think in that way, I'm giving it like, all right, maybe he can thrive well. I don't know if he's written for Deadpool prior. I want to say yes,
I don't think so.
but maybe that could be the perfect kind of character for him to write for. But I mean, yeah, it seems like the most obvious choice, I guess, in a way, to have these two characters together. At the same time, you're like, that's the first thing they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So
and then for the artists on the Marvel side, we've got Greg Capullo, who's formerly done Batman from DC.
yeah, yeah.
But he works at Marvel now. And then Dan Mora from the World's Finest series. So that'll be pretty sick. Because they're
those
both
some.
great artists.
I was gonna say they're pretty strong artists you're bringing into it. So
Yeah, and these covers are fucking wild. I don't know what's happening in the DC one because there's fucking angels and shit in the background.
I love the I love the I don't know what the hell's going on. I love the Deadpool having the batarangs in his eye.
He's got it in his eye, and the other one he's got it in his
like a little bit on his a few on his chest. But I love how Batman looks behind him. And I guess they're using the new Batman like design and the logo.
Mm-hmm. The current.
I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't. It's I don't know. I kind of like how the text looks when you have it like dropping down and like wrapped inside. But yeah, I don't know which one. I guess the DC one. Yeah, the DC one is really just fucking crazy. It's like angels like blessing this fucking story to occur. But it's funny. Deadpool has like a batarang in both versions.
He's got bat repellent on his belt, and he's got a rubber chicken and a squirt gun.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's interesting, but that's gonna be a hot commodity when that comes out. That's gonna
God, yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. I'm hoping that it's successful. I'm sure it will, but I hope it's gonna be a fun story. Crossovers are meant to be fun. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool stuff. That's probably the most interesting thing happening right now currently for comics that is not like. I mean, Ultimate stuff's still being talked about, Absolute stuff's still being talked about, but it's cool that both the names or companies are kind of doing okay, it seems, with their other titles. So having a crossover is fun.
Yeah, I know the latest from like 2-3 years ago, Batman Spawn crossover. Did huge numbers for sales, so they should probably do even better.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's the first of much more collaboration to come.
I think so. I hope so.
Because that'd be sick. Also, I hope that these are in continuity with each other.
Yeah. They're not like they're separate stories, I guess. Like are in separate continuities of story. Because that'd be weird. But if you have like a... Do we know how many issues it's going to be? Or we just know it's like
It's
one-off?
just one.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
That's all they've announced so far.
All right, so maybe I hope we get like 2 different stories then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would like 2 different stories, 2 different little adventures, but I would want them to be in the same continuity. Like,
yes.
They team up the first time and then they team up the second time.
Yeah.
But
I think it makes sense.
Super sick.
Yeah.
All right. And then the Fantastic Four promotions are starting to kick off, and we got a bunch of cool buckets, popcorn buckets. One of them's Herbie is sort of like a popcorn drink candy holder combo.
It's huge. It's like it's crazy. The straw sticking out of his head is so funny.
Yeah, these are so cool. What do you think? Dude,
I think these are some of the coolest popcorn, like as they say, they're calling them like vessels. I've seen vessels, containers I've seen in some time. I think the Deadpool Wolverine one's hilarious. And I love the ghost trap one they did for Frozen Empire last year, but these are sick. Obviously I think the one I would want most out of the 3 is definitely the Galactus. He does look the goofiest of the 3, but it's really cool. I think this is great, especially the way to promote the movie. And they coincide releasing these as the ticket sales started, and it crashed like every movie website apparently because but that's awesome. That's huge.
Yeah, that's good.
I would love to get these, but I don't think I'll be able to unless some kind of fluke. But I would really fight to get the Galactus one for sure. So
I'm surprised not Herbie because it's just Herbie.
I know, yeah, but I'm like, where the hell am I gonna put Herbie? You know,
That's fair.
Herbie looks the best of the three, I think, in terms of just like it just looks like a little model of Herbie. Hopefully, it looks just like that, but yeah,
Yeah.
really
I was
cool.
saying I hope the Fantastic Car one is close-ish to 1/12 scale for Legends.
Yeah, I'm sure that people are gonna get that and maybe take photos alongside with it, but that would be great. That would be
Yeah.
great.
But
That's cool.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I think there were some more. I don't
There were a
remember.
few. Yeah, there was one like Reed using his powers and it's like stretched around
Yeah, around the
like
cup.
yeah.
Did you send me those? No.
I don't think I did. No. I think there's one with Johnny as well. I'm trying to find them.
Yeah, I can't find them. But yeah, there were some other not as cool ones, but interesting still.
I think the Reed one's pretty stupid. I don't like this stretch one looks so weird.
Yeah. But oh well.
Yeah.
All right, and then uh, I guess the big news of the week, in air quotes because it's
Yeah.
not that big. We got a GI Joe Classified fan stream, and they showed off a bunch of cool stuff. They showed off some digital render reveals for a vehicle. I don't remember what it was called. A police officer deluxe set, which is super cool.
That is cool.
And then a sergeant something or other, Sergeant Slaughter and Buggy 2-pack. And then they put up a bunch of pre-orders, or are starting to put up pre-orders for the Hasbro Pulse exclusive 2-pack of Slice and Dice. And
Ooh.
then, yeah, that two pack's so sick. And
Holy
then
shit. Yeah.
this
Oh my god.
samurai guy
That guy looks
went up on
sick.
Amazon. He does. He
Oh,
does look sick.
yeah. I been very tempted to get that. I cannot. Um, yeah,
And
holy
then
shit.
this missile installation with a young hawk.
Oh. Oh yeah, but man, that samurai figure. I mean, the
Uh
amount
huh.
of like with armor that you can take off, swap out. Holy shit. The different blades. I mean, that is so
He's got three
fucking
different
cool.
swords.
Yeah, that is awesome. And you have the sheath for it. I mean, there's so much you can do. It's so cool.
Yeah, I wanted to pre-order him, and I woke up like 20 minutes or so after the pre-orders went live on Amazon. Already sold out.
Oh, damn. Oh, that
Yeah,
sucks. I hope you're able to get it still.
yeah. 'Cause I love me some fucking samurai.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't think I ever see a Joe stream and not think there's like one bad reveal, honestly, because
Yeah.
all these they really hit. Um, I really love the police one. That one's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
huge for customizing and a lot of making different. I just love the options. Like they give you so many options. Like they want you to just do
Mm-hmm.
get like 50 of these guys and do something. But I can't but think of the anti-vigilante squad or force
Uh-huh.
and one of the, as we were talking about before. This is just for like oh man, I gotta. I mean,
This would be
maybe that I can
perfect
make
for that.
it work. Yeah, I think it could really work. So, I might get this for that. So a couple of them maybe, but yeah, like
And
even
then you
the
could
dude.
customize them to make them look like different people and stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love when they get because they did a great job when the firefighter. And I thought, oh, they got to do a police guy. I hope they can
Mm-hmm.
like do that. But they're what a way to take advantage of like your concept in line, like doing the samurai stuff, and they're doing like some like the slightly like zombie stuff before. It is
Yeah.
just so cool and inventive, and it's crazy. 'Cause I love my Marvel Legends, but Joe, this is like Hasbro's like top fucking thing,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Like,
It's
yeah, it
it
is.
is easily the best like bang for your
Yeah,
buck line.
quality, bang for your buck. I mean, I wish all figures were like this that we got.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Legends was like this in quality
If
and
only.
if only. And then I guess they also teased the HasLab that's going to be
Yes.
talked about at the end of the month. Do you have any predictions of what that's going to be?
I asked my Joe,
Huh?
and my dad. I was searching GI Joe at the exact moment.
Joe.
I asked my Joe, my local Joe.
Yeah, my Uncle
Uh,
Joe. You don't know about G.I. Joe?
I asked my dad, and they had teased it by saying it was cool, chill, and stay frosty.
Ooh.
So he says that it is
We have another view.
definitely the GI Joe Snowcat, which is
Oh.
like their
Yo!
Arctic tank.
Okay. Why does that remind me of like something from Lego Ice Planet?
Right?
Yeah.
It's totally
Yeah,
got
it's
that
cool.
vibe.
But so it's definitely on the smaller scale, but that's
Yeah.
I mean, look, any vehicle they
But I
make is
mean,
still
well,
gonna...
it can fit two figures side by side, supposedly. In the
Yeah,
front.
and they can have them hang off the back, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. I think it's probably the least interesting of all the ones they've made. Like
It's fair.
the history's pretty fucking cool. The
Yeah.
chopper. I wanted to
Chopper's
get
sick,
that.
man. Oh man, my dad
Oh.
has it, and it's amazing.
Dude, it's so cool. It's so
And then
cool.
the
And
the
that
single
one's...
fighter jet, yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god. So
He
good.
did,
But
my dad
this
did
is
not
cool.
get that one, but that one is sick.
Oh man. But I'm glad he got the chopper and his tank because those were like...
Yeah. He had nowhere that he was gonna be able to put the jet.
Does he think do you think he's gonna get the snowcat?
He thinks so, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he does.
I always love watching these campaigns happen for him because it's just exciting because Joe does it so well
Oh god, yeah.
every time.
Every
They
time.
present it like perfectly, and it's always successful. I just don't understand why they can't follow the pattern with other brand, you know? Because
Well,
Hasbro
they've stopped doing HasLabs for pretty much everything else at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that GI Joe's still getting something out. They can still go out of it and do it, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna try again with Legends anytime soon.
No.
Because they were like they made like Dragon Man was like the start of whatever they're gonna like the offshoot kind of figure like we got with Sentinel as well, which in a way I prefer. But and you're still giving people like a window of time to make something. But hey, we're gonna make these regardless of it. It's kind of a safer bet because we almost didn't get Giant Man. Then we missed all those tiers. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, we didn't even get Engines of Vengeance, which even then there's so many complications at any of those anyway. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, good for Joe.
Black Series only ever got the one attempt with the Rancor,
and
that failed.
They fucked up the Rancor like that. To this day, holy shit, what a fucking mess.
Just the biggest tragedy and fumble of the entire line.
Yeah, it was. That's like outside of your collector series, vintage collector series shit, like the sail barge. Or you did well that, and the ghosts and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing Black Series and you're trying, how do you fuck up a Rancor? And like the paint apps, it made him look like a big ball of shit. They even include the fucking Wrangler with him. I just
one of the tiers was like rock accessories or whatever.
Yeah, like what? The bones? He should have came with that anyway. Like I just don't. That to this day, always baffling. Always gonna be baffling. But anyway, I'm happy for Joe. I'm looking forward to seeing that HasLab release later this month. So
and I think they said they're gonna have new reveals every week, so that should be fun.
All right, well that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm excited for that. Look, man, I there's so many times I've almost pulled the trigger. Now I have a Sergeant Slaughter figure. Absolutely love him. That 2-pack looks great. I almost want to get it just to have the more accessories charge. And I did get the Croc Master and Fiona set, and I love that too. But I've had to contain myself from getting more Joe figures. I know if I get a few more, I'm delving fully into that, and that is point of no return. I'm already fucked up as is. If you see my entire fucking wall here, I'm running out of room. I can, but I can't. So, I'm stick to collecting my Spider-Man. All right. So,
it's a line I could totally see you getting into when you get older.
Yeah, dude. if the quality and everything is still there when I'm
Mm-hmm.
older, you bet your bottom dollar I will have my own house probably. I'll make a diorama and
Oh
everything.
god, yeah. I've
Dude,
been campaigning my dad to build like a battle scene somewhere at some
yeah,
point.
yeah,
And I've
dude.
been talking to him about like having like ground level and then like an air
Yes,
level.
dude. Oh my god, I would just pay to go there to see it. You know, just
Yeah.
like I'll just have it set up in your house. I'll like just have a display like what this is.
Uh-huh.
I've so badly ever since I got Galactus, I wanted to make like a cosmic battle. So like have like everyone
Mm-hmm.
flying around
Mm-hmm.
him, like almost like out of Infinity Gauntlet in the comics where it's like all the heroes flying around.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do it so badly, but I don't have the proper space. I don't have like a whole another
Mm-hmm.
room where I can just dedicate to that. That is like a dream of mine. I would love to do that. Especially I got like characters like Adam Warlock now that I would really feel happy just to have that scene completed.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so one day, but dude, yeah, that shit is just the fucking coolest. I love any diorama stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get into Joe because I mean, I in a way I'm happy that I'm putting down more lines that I'm not getting as much anymore. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Rather than picking up more because that just means maybe I'll save a few bucks and then I still go out and fucking
Yeah.
Blacktron set. What does that tell you? I always need something. I love look, and I'm gonna call back to kind of like you were saying earlier with having so many interests and then you kind of go through a
Yes.
phase of things. Dude, it is reckless most times. It is a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing, but it can be absolutely reckless.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's funny because outside of like collecting within figure lines, I bounce back and forth between Lego strongly still and action figures. So
Mm-hmm.
look, I still want to get the Lord of the Rings sets, but I don't have the
Oh
money or
god,
the
I
space.
know. I
Not
know.
a door, man. My 9, 10-year-old self wants that fucking Sauron figure with every fiber of my body. Hobbiton or Bag End seems more feasible.
Mm-hmm.
Rivendell's like that's like on the other side of the world. Like I can't even fucking get that now.
Yeah.
But
That's what, like probably fucking $800 at this point.
yeah. Oh god, I think it's still 500. I think.
Okay.
Both Barad-dûr and Rivendell are like around like 500 or 450 Barad-dûr and 500 for Rivendell. But that Belrog will be mine. Mark my word. It will be
Good.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Shit.
Too much good shit, honestly. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
And
dude, the sets they're putting
SCCC
out
is
this
next
summer.
month.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. Oh, I can't wait. I know we're not getting a Marvel panel, but like the Legend stuff, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to. Even though I can't think of anything exact, but I look forward to it now because ever since they announced Rom at San Diego Comic
Mm-hmm.
Con last summer, and a new Punisher figure after fucking 5, 6 years, I'm like,
Yep.
you save some good juicy reveals for around that time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect, but yeah, I hope we get something good.
Hope so. Yeah. I mean,
I
we're in a little bit of a news drought at the moment, but
yeah,
good things are just around the
they're
bend.
on,
So
they're on the horizon. They're on the horizon. And I won't mention it today, but like Braden's not here to talk about the One Piece sets because that's huge
yes,
fucking
those got
news.
revealed.
Yeah.
He was gonna record
Very
a
happy.
clip, but he's not. But he didn't. So he'll talk about
Yeah.
those next episode.
Yeah.
And then
And
Lay watched Killer of Killers. So I guess we'll end on that.
yeah.
So roll a clip.
Alright, boys, I know I'm not on, but I've been told and begged and shouted at to send something in for Killers of Killers that aired yesterday on Disney Plus and Hulu. So, as the native, well, I wouldn't say native. What is it? As the Predator fan in the group, the one that will see anything this franchise pumps out, regardless of the quality, because I'm a bit of a slut like that. I'm gonna do a review of Killer of Killers. I'll give my thoughts at least. So this movie is a anthology movie which is animated, and it's the first in the franchise that is animated, and I'm sure it's going to turn some people off regardless of how good the reviews are and how positive everything around this movie is. Just some people refuse to see animated things, and it's pretty unfortunate because this movie is ridiculously good, and I've seen it about 4 times now. What day are we on? Sunday. So it came out on Friday. Friday I watched it 3 times, once yesterday, and then I haven't watched it today. And if that's anything to go by, yeah, I would probably say, regarding the mythology and everything like that, and what it does for the canon, well, not so much the canon, obviously, what it gives die-hard fans like myself, I would argue this is hands down the best in the franchise, just beating the original. Now, I love the original. I will sing its praises. Honestly, like, that movie is arguably one of my favourite movies of all time. For me, it is a 10 out of 10 movie. Sure, it's a bit corny in scenes, but it's a product of the 80s, and, you know, overall, it is a fantastic movie that kickstarted this entire franchise that I absolutely love. I love Prey. I would have put Prey second, but now seeing this for me just beats the original. What it does, what it's able to do, obviously in animation, the kills are amazing. The mythology it adds and what we get to see, it is just so interesting. It's stuff that I've always wanted to see as a fan, and we're finally getting to see it in a movie, which I am incredibly happy to see. Hopefully Badlands is just as good or better. But honestly, Dan Trachtenberg, I think that's how you say his second name, who directed Prey and now this and then Badlands, this guy just understands this franchise. He is a huge fan through and through, and to see the Predator franchise going in a direction like this, it's so gratifying. Honestly, just sticking with it for years and just hoping that maybe someone somewhere would have the idea to actually, you know, pick up a comic or look at the games or whatever and make that into a movie. It's so rewarding, and we finally get something very, very true to the comics that we got in the late 90s. And honestly, just this movie, it's so good. So 3 separate stories, and then the last, 40 minutes, I want to say, half an hour, like a one story, so it all converges into one. And I had a suspicion that this is exactly what they were going to do. And yeah, honestly, throughout this entire film, I had such a big grin on my face, because not only was I seeing like predators move in ways that we haven't ever seen them move in live action because of the restrictions of the costumes and so on and so forth, but just the kills and just the way they move and everything, like each one has their own individual characterization, which I love. But and then like the human protagonists as well, they're all so rounded off and so well. I will say the best segment of this entire movie is the samurai Japan segment. That alone could be a movie on its own, and it's a real shame that it isn't, because there's so little in terms of dialogue in that segment, but it tells so much and it is done so well. You probably wouldn't be able to get away with it in live action just because of the dialogue thing, but it is just, it's just a great movie. Go and support it, please, because I really want, you know, a sequel to it, or whatever they're going to do down the line, if we're getting another sequel, or if this is going to be a series of films. Please support it. Overall, if I was to give a rating, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. I think there might be 1 or 2 issues that I have off the top of my head, but I'm not going to say them because it regards to like the ending and stuff. And the ending as well, what that sets up. What I'm going to say now is not every tribe and clan do this said thing. It is just this one in particular that you're going to see in the movie. And yeah, watch Prey. You need to watch Prey first and then watch this, and you'll understand the references and stuff like that are nodded throughout. And yeah, overall it's a superb movie in the franchise.
Wow, that's so funny, Lay. Good job.
Dude,
Dude, wow! I can't believe the Predator did that one thing. That's crazy.
I didn't even hear half of it, so.
Nah, I wasn't paying attention, honestly. I'm gonna be completely real with you. But,
I just know they were Predators.
I know somebody killed. Somebody got killed.
Oh, that's news to me.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Oh. Wow.
All right. Well, that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you everybody for joining. Aiden, thank you for being here, saving me the trouble of having to figure out what the fuck to do if I was on my own.
No problem, man. We made it. Like, we made it quick and efficient. We didn't fuck around. So.
Yeah. No nonsense.
Unlike other people, Brayden. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Plo Koon, send us out.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Yeah!